You're not going to start putting up the walls on the roof unless you have a foundation. It's extremely important. Hi, welcome to Keto with JT. I'm JT. I'm a certified keto and intermittent fasting coach. A while back, I made a video called Success with Keto, Most Important Tip. I recently watched that again and I thought, you know what? I still agree with this, and it's actually pretty good information. I really want everybody to see that video because it's something I think that everybody needs. But I also realize that there are a group of what I would think are called foundational tips, the most important tips that you need to be successful with keto. So there's more to it than just what was in that video. And I want to share one of those with you today. But before I tell you what I think it is, I want you to tell me what you think it is. You can put it in the comments below, but we're going to have that conversation right now. So what I'm looking for is most important tips, most important things that we need to be successful with keto. So what do you think it might be? How about good information? Oh yes, we absolutely need good information. Fortunately today, it's a lot easier to find good information than it was several years ago. There's still some bad information out there, but it's getting easier and easier to discern the difference. But that's not what I'm thinking of today. What else do you think it might be? How about a food list? Yes, a food list. So many times I talk to people, I'm telling them about keto, I'm telling them how it works and how great it is, and I'm going on and on, sort of geeking out about it, and they'll say, Jared, just tell me what to eat. Okay, well, yes, we really need to know what to eat, but that's still not what I'm thinking about today. What else do you think it could be? How about a plan? Yes, yeah, we absolutely need to plan. We need to know how we're going to implement that good information. How are we going to apply that information? How are we going to take that food list, put it all together into a plan that we can follow each day? Extremely important. Still, not one of the foundational principles that I'm talking about today or thinking about today. Anything else? What else could it be? Maybe you're expecting me to say, you need a coach, because I'm a keto coach, right? Well, no, that could certainly be helpful. I don't think it's nearly as important as these other things that we've mentioned. And you can absolutely do keto without ever working with a coach. So that's not it either. All right, so here it is. One of the foundational principles that we need in order to be successful with keto, like the most successful. And that is this: a clearly defined why. Why are we doing keto in the first place? Now, I know that might sound cliche. It sounds like it's overused. You need to find your why. Start with why. You know, everybody's talking about that. It's extremely important. When I talk about a foundational principle, what I mean by that is, if you build a house, the very first thing you need is a foundation, right? You're not going to start putting up the walls on the roof unless you have a foundation. It's extremely important. So when the rain comes and the wind comes and it beats upon your house, and your house, you know, we want the house to stand the test of time. Without a foundation, the rain will get in, the floods will get in, the wind blows, and your house can fall over. These other things, they're like the walls and the roof and everything like that. But a foundational principle is this: why? Let me give an example. One of my friends, he was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Wow. Can you imagine how shocking that would be? Maybe that's been you. After that, heavy information, that difficult diagnosis that he experienced, he was looking for answers. He decided to turn to keto, and that was his why. I've got diabetes. This is why I'm doing keto. I hope it works. And he moved forward, and I'm happy to report that he was able to completely reverse type 2 diabetes. So that was his why. What's your why? Why are you doing keto, or why are you thinking about doing keto? We want to define this a little bit further. Let me ask you another question. What are you hoping keto will do for you? And that is what gets us to our why. Now, in my friend's case, he was hoping that keto would help him with diabetes, and it has far exceeded his expectations. He's completely healed from type 2 diabetes. Now, one of the most common ones would be, I want to lose weight. Maybe that sounds familiar. Most people do keto because they want to lose weight, and that would be your why. So we want to further define that, and that is, well, how much weight do you want to lose? Why do you want to lose the weight? What are you hoping the benefit will be of losing the weight? Maybe you've gained a few pounds over the years, you're looking in the mirror, and you don't like what you see. And so how much weight do you want to lose? I want to lose 50 pounds. Why do you want to lose 50 pounds? Because that's that would get me back to my weight when I was in my 20s. And how's that going to make you feel? Well, I'd feel great. Can you imagine getting up in the morning and going and looking in the mirror and seeing yourself like you were back in your 20s? That would be awesome. Now we want to go even further than that. And what I want you to do is imagine what it would be like to have already lost the weight. To look in the mirror, wake up one morning, look in the mirror and see yourself 50 pounds lighter. Back when you were, your same weight that you were in when you were in your 20s. How is that going to make you feel? And what you want to do is imagine that vividly, and you want to see that image in your mind as clearly as you possibly can and actually try to experience, try to feel what that would feel like right now. This is the image that we have in our minds. This is the goal. This is our why. Go food list and continuing to press forward when it gets tough. Like in the example of a house, when the rains come and the winds come and the floods come, if you have a good foundation, the house is going to be just fine. With keto, when the temptation comes, when you have people, the naysayers come, when you have doubts that creep into your mind, this foundation of your why you're doing it in the first place, gives you the ability to push through those things. That's why I consider this a foundational principle. If you have it and the things get tough, the rains of temptation, the winds of, naysayers pounding on you, you'll be able to push that aside, forge ahead, find your answers, keep going, and get the results that you want. If you are interested in the old video that I was talking about, you can check that out over here. If you found today's video helpful, remember to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.